Hi, this is Jeremy Skinmaker, Pre-Sales Technical Consultant with the Channel MPS Group. And in this video, I'll be talking to you about Custom Color Manager, specifically exporting your custom profile and then installing it and calling it on your device. So we've completed creating a custom color profile that we're happy with, and we're ready to deploy it and get it installed on the device. So we're going to move down from these areas to the deployment area of the Custom Color Manager. And we've got to choose three things. Number one, where do we want to export this to? I'm just going to put it on my desktop. That's no big deal. The second thing is a very big deal here, which is we need to select the base color map. Now what's going to happen here is that the device has a number of color maps already installed in it. And when we print from the driver, it calls one of them. It says, hey, I want you to print this document in Office sRGB. Okay, so what Custom Color Manager is doing is it's going to replace one of those base color maps. Now it'll still call it, so it'll say, hey, I want to print an Office sRGB, but instead of printing in the standard Office sRGB color map, now it'll print in the customized color map. So we need to choose which of these to replace. Now usually it makes the most sense to just replace the custom RGB option because it is in fact a custom profile. So we can choose the custom RGB profile. That's what we're going to do this time. Next, you are going to want to name this. I've already kind of renamed this Customer ABC, Custom RGB Profile. This will show up in the printer on the embedded web server and on the configuration page as that name. So again, we choose where we want to export it to, what base color map we want it to replace, and then what name we want to see on the configuration page. And then you click Export, and there we go. Our color map has been successfully exported, and you can see the files here on my desktop. Okay. Now we'll need to go to a device and log in as the administrator, and then go to the General tab and go to Solution Installer. Okay, so the General tab and Solution Installer. Once we're on the Solution Installer, we want to choose to install a new solution, and we'll choose the file. Now there were two files that output when we did that export. There's this .bdl file, which is what we want, and then there's this manifest.xml file. That's going to be used when we deploy with WebJet Admin. So if you want to deploy to multiple devices, you can use WebJet Admin, and then you'll need that manifest file. For one device, we just need the BDL file. So we'll click Open, and we'll click Install. And then this will take, I don't know, 15, 20 seconds or so. There you go. Oh, that went fast. And now it's listed as installed. We can see that it's a custom color map, and you see here's the description: Customer ABC, Custom RGB Profile. Now, if we also go over to a configuration page or print out the configuration page, you'll see under the installed personalities and options right here that we have this custom print quality solution, and it's that same description, the Customer ABC Custom RGB Profile. So now we know that we have a custom color profile installed. Okay, so it's now installed on the device. Now it's ready to be called. Okay, again, all we've done is really replaced a profile that's already there, but now we need to find a way to call it. If you don't change anything from your default driver settings, it's unlikely that that profile will get called. So this is an important step. Okay, so when you're in a document, you'll go to File, Print, right, and then you're going to print to the print queue that you want to send it to of the device that you've installed the solution on. And then here in the printer properties and the driver properties on the color tab, usually HP Easy Color is enabled. You want to disable that, and then here in the color themes box, take this drop down and choose whichever of the color profiles you replaced. Okay, so if when you were exporting you chose Office sRGB, that's what you want to choose. Okay, we did Custom RGB, so that's what we want to choose. All right, so now it's going to call and say, hey, printer, please print with a custom RGB profile. And the printer's going to look and say, here's the custom RGB profile. That's the one we installed, and it'll print, okay? So I'll let that go ahead and print. And I want to show you one more thing, which is if you want to avoid having to do the process of entering the properties every time, you'll need to remember to go into the print queue. If it's on a shared print server, you'll probably want to go to Advanced and Printing Defaults, or if it's just on a PC or Mac, go here to Preferences. And then you'll choose Color. Again, uncheck Easy Color and choose Custom RGB and click Apply. Okay? That way, every time you print, it's going to call that color profile. You could also create a printing shortcut if you wanted to. If you're going to maybe go back and forth between different profiles, then you could create printing shortcuts that would pull the different colors. But again, if you want it to happen every single time, then just go here to Color, change the color theme, click apply, and then now the printer preferences will have that color there every single time that you print a job. Okay, so you can exit out of there, and now again we've installed the solution and we've changed all the driver settings. So now anytime we print, the color should be different. And here it's output, and you can see here's the original and here's the modified output. Okay, so there you can kind of see that, hey, we've applied that and it's made those changes that we've asked for. So again, anytime that I print to this queue now, I can get that modified color profile.